What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. And today is the return of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If you're watching this, I am currently doing a bunch of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 stuff on my backlog before I start playing the game. And as I'm recording, no one even knows I'm playing the game, so it's kind of a surprise. I just finished playing the first one, Definitive Edition, and at the time of you seeing this, I've already uploaded some of Xenoblade 2, and that's right here. So I'm checking out whatever's left, and we have You Will Recall Our Names and Deathmatch with Torna, both from JOE VGM. Shout out to them. And this is requested by Leanonim and Crispy Bacon. So, of course, I got into Xenoblade because of the music, so I'm really going to just be locked in, as they say. Also, my voice is going through the motions. I've been kind of losing it from talking so much and recording so much. So let's just really just use our ears here and save the talking for later, but I cannot wait. Also, really quick, You Will Recall Our Names. Sounds very close to You Will Know Our Names. So hopefully this is like a remix or something, because I love that song from the original game. Anyways, let's do it. You Will Recall Our Names from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Okay. Different. Oh, okay. It's like a similar structure. Yeah, they sound like they're related. So they must play like in the same spots, which is like a more formidable boss. Oh, that's so interesting. It really does feel like the next evolution. You don't hear that too often. It's not a remix, it's its own song, but it's like... Dude, I love the drums in Xenoblade 2. They're superb. Listen to that snare. And the kick. His feet? You heard me. Yeah, dude, the kick sounds amazing. Of course I could be listening to the guitar, but... I just really love what they did with the drums in this game. Trumpet? Okay. Oh, I hear the chorus of the first one now. Oh, rhythm change. It's gonna go back into its drum right here. That was cool. I saw where they were going with it. Little expression. That's cool. I think it looped. So we get another loop. Okay. This is so interesting. It's like the same but not. and then it's gonna go into a faster guitar riff right here. Yeah, it's the same structure. That is unique. As in, that doesn't really happen too often here on the channel. Or in many other cases. Love a trumpet. The way I see this song is like... I'll explain later. That's cool. The drums are sick. Probably gonna hear the song quite a bit in the game. Well, it's not like you will know our name shut up all the time, but enough. I'd say every couple hours to shut up. Every time I always hear the original chorus. I like this though, this little like dynamic. Dun, 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 dun. They really tried a lot of things to differentiate it from the original. It's gonna fade out soon. Or do that. Okay. So before I start anything, I want to preface with saying, if you're new here or if you're not new here, everything I'm about to say is just my opinion, and well, that's pretty much that, right? It's just an opinion. This one was kind of interesting for me in a couple ways, where I should also preface that I did enjoy it. It's really, really good. I like it. But I couldn't help but think a lot of, not negative things, but I just kept thinking of the original song. But I'll talk about the kind of the good and the bad regarding that. So let's talk about like all the positive of it. The sound's amazing, of course. Xenoblade sound production, audio quality is pretty top tier. The drums are exceptional in this game. Like they really, as far as all the battle themes go, they really cranked it out with like the drummer. I don't know if they got a new drummer or something, but at least it just sounds better. Like there's so much more emphasis on the kick drum and the snare, so it sounds all just really tight. It's really good. I do like that it kind of sounds like it really does sound like a Xenoblade 2. I don't know how else to explain it. It sounds like they took everything from one, and this is where it's subjective, not better or worse, but they sound like they cranked it up to, just to give you more of like they just want to give you more of an experience. It seemed like they really, at least from a definitive edition, they wanted to give you more punch. A lot of the songs are a little more energetic, a little punchier, more metal. As far as the battle themes go. So everything was really good. Guitar riffs are cool. Everything was cool. And another thing that's cool is that like the main focus of what I want to talk about is it's not often you hear a sort of remixed song that's its own song, but it was obviously heavily inspired from the original. Like I know it's a thing, but I can't think of many instances where that happens because it's not a remix. It's not You Will Know Our Names Xenoblade 2 version. It's You Will Recall Our Names. The song is totally different, but it's like pretty much the exact structure. It starts with the dun 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 dun, that kind of big intro, and then the drums kick in, and then after that the fast like thrashy guitar riff kicks in, and then the little da da dun 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 chorus. So like it's the same thing. So what it feels like, it's like a treat for people that came back to the series and they heard this and they're like, whoa, this sounds like that one song from the first game. I think that's what it was. Now, as far as like the not so good things I have to say, which are not even like that bad, it's not like I'm going to say, oh, that was terrible. It's just I couldn't get it out of my head. I couldn't really see it like outside of the shadows of the original. That was it, really. You know, I just kept thinking, I'm like, huh, like I wonder why they actually went this route instead of just making another song. Like I know the original was like so good, but I wonder what would compel them to just redo it in a different manner instead of just making something else that's different. It's not that it's not creative or anything. It's not that, you know, I'm not saying anything like that. It's just, for lack of a better term, and this is probably like an overextension, but it seems kind of milked. And that term usually has like kind of like a bad stigma with it. Like if, you know, if you're milking something, you're like taking advantage of it. But it's also, you know, it's just a real thing. Like you can just obviously get more out of something that did well. So I guess my whole thing is just like the confusion of like, why did they do that? You know, that's very interesting because I'm going to be honest. The whole time I was listening to that, the whole time I was just hearing the original song, and it's such a weird thing. You know, I don't really experience this every day. Like I said, it's not every day you hear a pseudo remix of a song. But I couldn't help but just think of the original game. That's all this song did to me. So what I'm getting at is that every time I'm going to hear this song, I'm going to think of the original, which is, I don't know, you know, does anyone else think that? Or do you, and feel free to voice your opinion. Of course, I'm all ears, or eyes, I should say. But yeah, I feel like with this one, I'm going to not be, because the first one was so good. And I have a feeling that every time this song comes on, I'm just going to think of You Will Know Our Names. Despite how amazing it is. So, very interesting. I don't think I've had a reaction like that on the channel because that doesn't really happen every day. So, still a fantastic song. If you like it, that's awesome. It's a really good track. I just feel like it's going to stick with me. Like, the whole playthrough. Like, oh, there's that one song again, you know? Strange, but good. I don't dislike any music from Xenoblade, so yeah, no. So I mean, that being a part of these videos is not gonna really be a thing. I really doubt I'm ever gonna hear something crappy from this game. But I'm allowed to have opinions on certain things. Nothing's perfect. Even Xenoblade. It's close to. We are now going to hear Deathmatch with Torna. I don't know who or what Torna is. I do know Torna is part of the DLC because that's in the name. Torna the Golden something. So this might be a spoiler. I don't want to know who Torna or what Torna is. So I'm excited for this. Seems like another boss fight. But it may be a more specific boss fight. Alright, let's go. Deathmatch with Torna. Ooh. Have I heard flute before in 2? Ooh. Seems to be a thing here. drums again. Okay. Big drop. Oh, nice and open. Sounds important. It sounds like it sounds so different from most Xenoblade I've heard. Whoa, dude. Doesn't even sound like... It doesn't really sound like Xenoblade to me, from what I know. It's a little bit of a boundary push. There's the bass. As a lead instrument, that's cool. I'm just imagining, same with every song that I've been hearing, but if you guys want to know what I'm thinking of hearing all the names of the moves being called out and all the little jokes you're saying in between. You know, like, I'm hearing all that while hearing this in my head. Like Shadow Eye and backslash, all that stuff. That's what makes it like, I'm waiting for that moment when I get to experience it. Yeah, this doesn't really sound like Xenoblade, especially 2. To me. You have to remember, like, I'm mostly familiar with 1. This is like totally a shift. Got another loop. Yeah, definitely a boss or some formidable enemy. I can't get over the drums in this soundtrack as far as the battle can go. Bass. All male vocal there. That sounds like such a Children of Bodom guitar riff right here. It's insane. Just that little harmony. That guitar sounded like it came straight out of Finland. Got about a minute left. Damn, this is different. I'm really feeling it. Drawing time. A brief history on me of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. For those that don't know, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was the first experience with Xenoblade ever for me. My first song I ever heard was Counterattack, so that was from 2. And since then, since that reaction a couple years ago, I've heard mostly 2 and DE and the original, some 3 when it came out, and very few X, some people call it Cross. So obviously that led to me playing Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition, which as of me recording this I just finished it like a week ago, so it's very fresh in my memory. Just finished Future Connected, so all those songs, all that soundtrack is in my head. So it's been a while since I basically heard 2, right? But since I've been doing these videos, so as you're watching this recording right now, I have been submerged in Xenoblade 2 stuff because I'm about to play it. This is in the past. This is recorded a long time ago, so hello from the past. And so now that I'm hearing nothing but 2 after hearing nothing but 1, it's a big shift. Like, yeah, it sounds like Xenoblade, but man, they really dialed it up. As far as I've mostly heard battle stuff, everything's been really high energy. So I'm excited to hear all the non-battle stuff, the town themes, the ambient stuff, to see how really different it is. But as far as the battle themes, they really went to 11. The drums are faster, the drums are punchier, the riffs are more metally, the male vocal comes in more. There's more synthesizer stuff. That's good though. That's not a bad thing. It's just I just never noticed. Now that I have a comparison to 1, it's wow, they really changed it up. There's a lot more electronic presence, more pulsating type of rhythms. It's pretty cool. It's a very high energy. This is like a gym playlist. Whereas in Xenoblade 1, a lot of the music is just fantastic, all of it. But there's only a few songs that are really hard hitting, and those are the battle themes, right? You Will Know Our Names and Mechanical Rhythm and etc. Like that. There's only a handful. Where here I've heard a good chunk. So I'm guessing there's just a little bit more battle themes in this game, but who knows? I can't wait to find out in a couple of days when I've already been playing it. So I'm not gonna try to guess the thing here. I don't want to be spoiled, so I don't know what Torna is, or who cares. But as far as the song, it tells me that it's important, right? Not only is the title suggesting literally what's happening, deathmatch with Torna, just having "with" in there, it sounds so official. So that's what makes it think it's of utmost importance. But the song is really different, and that's where I was going to segue to. Is also that they did a lot more newer sounding stuff. This song doesn't sound like anything I've heard from Xenoblade, I think, at all, which is pretty bizarre because they have so many genres. But this style of I don't even know what you would call this, but it almost sounds like a racing game kind of thing, very high octane and just riffs, keyboard solo harmonies. It's just a metal bonanza, right? But at least now I can kind of envision what it would hear with people talking, because I know now how chatty the game is and just how many things are happening, right? You have the monster making noise and attacking. You have your characters all talking to each other, having a grand old time. You have the cycling of the menus, all that, So it really, I was hearing it like that. I was making sounds in my head. But yeah, the soundtrack is so intense. It's cool. Feels like It feels like I guess like it grew up or something. Like it's adulthood or something. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I'll find out in the future. Future. I don't know the timeline, and I'm not talking about like the in-game story canon. I don't know the timeline of Xenoblade, Definitive Edition, Future Connected, and Xenoblade 2 and 3. All I know, or X, like release dates and stuff. I could find that out on my own, but I'd rather just find out much later. I know 3 is the newest that released, and I know X was exclusive to the Wii U, so that one's unique as well. But as far as like 2, I don't know if it came out around the same time as like Definitive Edition, or if it came out around the same time as Future Connected. I know the original Xenoblade came out on the Wii, and then it got, turned into different. But I don't know when, like, if they were close to each other and like being made. So I'll find out eventually. You don't have to tell me. Anyways, that's Deathmatch with Torna. I look forward to that. That seems like a very late game song, but that was rad. Both of them are cool. Don't I think you guys know this. You're all mature enough. You're all adults, but if I don't ever like agree with something you think like wholeheartedly, that should not and should never change your opinion on it. If you like the song is great, and I do like the song. All I said was it's just gonna remind me of the original, which is not a bad thing because I really love that song. So, but yeah, I can't think. By the way, I guess we can use that into another like talking piece. If there's other examples of this, not just in Xenoblade, but in any other game, or even in, I guess in like real life music, like what other instances can you think of where a song is not remixed but heavily inspired from, where it's like a branch off of it? It's like an extension of the song. I can't think of many examples, so let me know. Thank you to Morgan and Crispy Bacon. I will see you in the playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or 1. Thank you to all my patrons that couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Take it easy.